The 2022 Formula One season was challenging for Mercedes as the team had difficulty unleashing the full potential of their W13 car due to porpoising issues. Despite this, Mercedes decided to stick with the same concept for the 2023 season, and Toto Wolff has recently revealed the reason behind this decision. Therefore, keep watching to find out. The W13 inability and lack of balance made it difficult for both the Mercedes drivers to extract the ultimate performance, leading to a string of disappointing results early in the season. However, things began to shape up for the Brackley-based team in the second half of the season, with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell showing more and more competitiveness. Certainly, the pair has grabbed a fair share of podiums already, but they were often helped by reliability issues of one of the Ferraris. It was in Mexico that Mercedes started to turn the tide, with Russell and Hamilton out-qualifying Sergio Perez and both Ferraris. This was followed by a triumphant win for Russell in Sao Paulo, with Hamilton finishing in second place. Showcasing the team's unique car concept was finally paying off. According to team principal Toto Wolff, the late-season upturn in form created a perfect storm, convincing the team to stick with their concept for the upcoming 2023 season and persisting with the W14 car design. However, at the start of the 2023 season in Bahrain, Mercedes found that they had lost ground with their main rivals, Red Bull, despite being free of the porpoising issues that had plagued their previous car design. This realization prompted the team to begin working on a new course of action, which they planned to implement at Imola. Wolff said, "It got better and better and better. We were competitive in the American race. We won in the Interlagos. We knew that Abu Dhabi, where Mercedes struggled, is a bit different. That was the perfect storm for us. It wasn't good for 2023. We thought we were on the right track and the concept works. But it didn't. Last year was tough because we didn't understand. It came as such a surprise that we put the car in a zone where it wasn't generating any performance. In any case, not the performance that we thought was important. And this year, the second year into the regulations, there's a lot of evidence about what went wrong. Despite showing some promising performance in the early races in the 2023 season, such as Hamilton's second-place finish in Australia, Mercedes remains committed to its planned changes for the W14 car. The team is determined to make the car more comfortable for Hamilton, who has struggled to find his groove due to certain characteristics of the car. While Red Bull appears to be running away with the championship at an even faster rate than in 2022, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has not given up on the team's ambition to reclaim the championship. He believes that by keeping motivation high, the team can perform at its best and fend off challenges from other teams, such as Ferrari and surprise package Aston Martin. Wolff stated, "I don't want to change the targets yet about fighting for the World Championship, even though it doesn't look realistic, but I want to keep the motivation high to do the best possible job. And we're bringing quite some steps. A change of the car's layout from Imola onwards, and we must see how that performs." Wolff recognizes that there is a considerable gap between Mercedes and Red Bull, but he believes that by beating the other teams in the competition, Mercedes can set the stage for a future championship victory. Wolff said, "There is one team that's well ahead of everybody else. And then there are three teams with Ferrari, Aston Martin, and us that are competing for the rest. And I think we need to beat these two guys before we can dream about coming back, before you can aim to win a championship. So, this is like a two-way objective." Wolff also acknowledged that the budget cap in Formula One is making it difficult for teams to make significant changes to their cars. However, he also stated that this was what the sport needed to create a more competitive field. Wolff continued, "We wanted to have a more financially sustainable future, and we want to have 10 teams that are capable of racing well with the aerodynamics testing restrictions that are advantageous for the ones that are in the back. All of that is to create a very competitive field." Despite the challenges faced by the teams, Wolff praised Aston Martin for the significant progress they have made, showing that with solid engineering, teams can make a giant step forward. He said, "There is no magic, and there's not one item on the car that makes it mysteriously fast. It's just solid engineering and all the areas being put together." Wolff also acknowledged the dominance of Red Bull, but stated that Mercedes was still aiming to fight for the championship, even though it may not look realistic. He emphasized the need to beat Ferrari and Aston Martin before they can dream about winning the championship. The Mercedes team principal concluded, "I don't want to change the targets yet about fighting for the World Championship, even though it doesn't look realistic. But I want to keep the motivation high to do the best possible job. And we're bringing quite some steps. A change of car layout from a Mola onward, and we must see how that performs. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Mercedes could have been more competitive if they had changed their car concept heading into the 2023 season? Let us know in the comment section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can always get to watch more videos like this. See you in the next video.